Episode 469, Getting the Pole 6, our comeback. Thank you all for listening to episode 468, Cena's 30th birthday bash with HBK. I am Gray Lamar, here with my co-host.
Hashtag nice bear.
And Pretty Parrot.
Pretty Parrot want a cracker? Pretty bird. Did you say pretty bird? Pretty bird. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments of Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast, and Brandon will hook you up with that deal. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo surrounding areas and not
Austin, Texas.
I like it. Thank you to Sparty Steve. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get yourself to datingtransformation.com. Get that free consultation from Connell when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, get to Amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't.
So let's just get right into fucking basketball, dude. We were just talking about it. So what's been going on in this tournament? How's the pod doing? How's it going?
I mean, everything's been going on in the tournament. Big Ten, besides Michigan State, is failing like normal, doing their best of hey, let's all suck, especially Purdue. Purdue is the number one shit Big Ten team.
Yeah, what is that? 3 years in a row now they've lost to a 13, a 14, and a 15, I think.
Yep. Yes, they have. Just terrible. Arizona got beat by Princeton, but Princeton won twice. They actually look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot going on. So Kansas also lost to Arkansas, blew the lead. Should have won that game and couldn't finish. So you only have two number one seeds left, Alabama and Houston, both of which will be playing here in the Sweet 16 come today when you're listening to this, and Friday as we go. But right now the pod is in third for the bracket. Not bad. But we also don't have a great max number, though. That's the problem. So we're in third, but our max is 1390. The top is 1580, and the other person in third is 1590. And there's a couple 15s behind us, a 1490, 1410, 1480. So yeah, kind of tough for us there. But there's a lot of Houston on the board. The person first is Gonzaga, so we really need Houston and Gonzaga to lose for the pod.
So we got in that we got Houston's got Miami. Miami looked good against Indiana.
Miami's tough. It'll be a tough game. I do think Houston's going to pull it out, but Miami is tough.
Well, I hope, because I had Texas coming out of the Midwest in my bracket and going to the final actually. So it'll be interesting. I mean, we've got interesting matchups. We got no 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 5 in the Midwest because Indiana, Big Ten, as you mentioned, lost to Miami. So we got Houston 1, Texas 2, Xavier 3, and Miami 5. And then out in the South, Bama 1, San Diego State 5, Creighton 6. Creighton's looking tough too. Mm-hmm. And Princeton, that'll be a fun game. Let's see if Princeton can hang with Creighton.
Yeah, I think Creighton's the most consistent team in the tournament right now. They have a really good shot to make the Final Four.
Yeah, they do. What, Parrot?
What?
Go! Number 9, FAU against number 4, Tennessee. Number 3, Kansas State against number 7, Michigan State. And then we've got 8-4 or 8-2-3-4 or 2-3-4-8. 8 Arkansas, the one with extra letters, they win against Kansas. Yeah. Against UConn, and number 3 Gonzaga against number 2 UCLA.
Yeah, and really, honestly, both the 3-2 games are going to be the best ones of the weekend, or I'm sorry, of the Sweet 16. I shouldn't say weekend. Xavier, Texas probably be the best game, and Gonzaga, UCLA also. I think Gonzaga, UCLA is the late game on Thursday, and Texas Xavier is the late game on Friday. So both the good, at least what I think will be the good games, are going to be the late games both days. So a little bit of fun there. But I mean, I think Alabama should handle San Diego State. I think Creighton's going to beat Princeton and their Cinderella run. I think Tennessee will beat FAU. Michigan State and Kansas State is going to be a good game too. It'll be definitely a toss-up. I really could go either way there, honestly. I think Houston's going to outlast Miami. I think Texas will beat Xavier. Should be a good game, though. It just depends on Xavier's offense. Game 1, they looked like shit. Game 2, they look great. So it depends what offense is going to show up against Texas. Texas could easily blow the doors off them, but if Xavier's offense shows up like it did on Sunday against Pitt, Texas is going to be in for a fight.
Yep.
I think UConn can take care of Arkansas and UCLA Gonzaga. That's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be, can Drew Timme dominate the inside against UCLA? I mean, UCLA really doesn't have any bigs. So we're going to see if they use him. I think Mark Few is one of the best coaches in college basketball, even if he's had a couple drinks and drives. I think he's just fine, and he'll be smart and use Drew Timme, unlike dumb Matt Painter in Purdue, who couldn't use the motherfucker who's 7'2", who dominates the rim against the small. Did you know FDU is the smallest team in the tournament?
Yeah, I did hear that. My dad did tell me that, and they couldn't do
smallest
anything.
team in the tournament against literally the largest. Well, let's not. He's probably not. There's probably someone taller, but literally the best big man in the country, and he had how many points in the second half? As many as fucking we did.
Zero. Yeah, I saw they got swatted twice towards the end of the game by those little fellas.
I don't even think he had a shot in the last 8 minutes, I think. Something like that. Yeah, crazy. But Matt Painter will still have a job because Purdue wins 27 games a year and gets beat in the first round every year. Eventually, he won't have a job, but as long as he stays there, they're going to be okay in the Big Ten and then lose come tournament time.
Right. There.
We got good games coming up this weekend, that's for sure. Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. So we will be down to our Final Four after Sunday. Crazy how fast it goes.
Parrot, what are you feeling, man?
I wanted to see Princeton go on the long run, but I think Creighton's going to beat them this week. Too. I want to see Alabama or Houston win it. I mean, that's my pick.
I mean, right now they're on a collision course, right?
Yeah, they are.
It's the only way the pod has a chance.
We gotta hope.
Only way.
Yep, we'll see. So from there, let's go into golf. This past week, Bear, what happened at Valspar?
The guy with the best golf name ended up winning. Andrew Schenk. I'm sorry, I lied. He finished second because he probably shanked it. Taylor Moore ended up winning. I forgot. He ended up coming back. Schenk had a birdie putt on 18 and missed it. Just missed it. Should have went down. That is right. He was leading the tournament all week and ended up losing. Taylor Moore, who shoots 67 on Sunday to win and holds on. Thomas Fleetwood was third. Jordan Spieth was third. Wyndham Clark fifth. Sammy Burns was sixth. Matt Wall seventh. Cody Gribble seventh. Webb Simpson seventh. Justin Thomas was 10th. Eric Van Rooyen was 10th. Nick Taylor 10th. JC Poston and Zach Blair. Also with Pat Gazar, all in your top 10 at the Valspar Championship. And the only person that missed the cut this week was Parrot. And Hadwin shot like 68 day one. Ended up shooting 77 and missed the cut. Parrot should have made the cut with Adam Hadwin. But Denny McCarthy got a respectable 19th. Gray got a 6th out of Sammy Burns. And Cody and I got 3s out of Thomas Fleetwood. So good week for us. And then going into this week is the WGC Dell Technology Match Play in Austin, Texas, the Austin Country Club. And we already made our picks because it actually started today, Wednesday, not when you're listening to this. But Dub went with, let me check our standings really fast. Should do that. Yeah, Gray still in the lead at 27 is his average. Dub with 31.9, myself at 37.5, Parrot at 42.9, and Cody 52, even with a 3 last week. Gray, Corey Connors this week. I saw he won 6 and 5 today, so it's a good start.
I know, dude. I was trying to find it because I typed in his name and it said miscut. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, that can't be right. And it was the last tournament that he played in, and I'm like, Well, I got to look at the match plan. I saw he won 6-5. So that means,
He just needs one more win, really, and he's through. He'll be through to the group stage. It
well,
really
you got to remind me this again. 6-5 means he was up by 6, 5 holes left. Is that right?
means it means he would have won on 13.
Jesus.
So he was probably 5 up on 12 and ended up winning the 13th hole, which put him 6 up with 5 to play. So put it out there.
That was a big score. So he would smoked him.
Yeah. Yeah, ended up, and let me pull the bracket really fast. Match play.
Did you see Jordan Spieth hold out to win his match today?
No, I didn't see that.
know.
That's wild. I saw Fowler upset John Rahm.
Yeah, Fowler did beat Rahm today, 2-1.
Well, Fowler needs to do decent because he's not guaranteed into the Masters this year.
Yeah, they said pretty much if he gets through that, pending some others, but if he gets through, he will, he'll be top 50, which will get him to the Masters.
So you need top 50?
Yes, top 50 is automatic into the Masters, and then the rest is invite.
If you've won or, done whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because aren't the live guys able to play still in that?
Yes, yep, because of their ONG or OWGR rankings or whatever. That's what gets you in for the Masters, at least. And again, the rest is invite only.
Aren't all those live guys' golf ranking points all tanked though? Because they can't earn any.
They won't be there next year. But this will be their last Masters unless they find a way to get those rankings to the Live Tour. Which, by the way, Danny Lee won this last weekend. Motherfucker hasn't won in 5 years. Made $2.2 million last 5 years. Made 4.3 just this weekend by winning.
Who did?
Danny Lee.
How many times? Actually, we should look this up. How many times have the big name guys who signed for the hundreds of millions of dollars? How many times have they actually individually won?
Well, DJ won last year. He won the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, none of the big names really did well this week, which kind of defeats their argument of them, having more talent on their tour than what the PGA does.
Yeah, when a guy shoots 26 over,
and still gets paid like $700,000.
So you said the guy that won got $4.5 million. What did he make out on the tour?
I think they said over the last 5 years he made 2 points. Maybe it wasn't 5, maybe it was 4 years, whatever. He made 2.3 million.
And he won 4.5 this weekend.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Shit's crazy. But
I saw Sahith Thagala, who Parrot has lost.
Of course he did.
Yes, he did. Sorry, I can finish that up. I picked Colin Morikawa this week. Dub took Jason Day.
Both won?
Cody did not pick. So who should we give Cody this week?
Cody's almost doing as good as me, and he's not even picking.
Let's get. You know what? I was gonna say when Cody does pick, I mean he's literally picked everybody who he picked. Day, Power, Scott, Fleetwood. He did pick Andrew Novak, who didn't even technically play in the tournament. So every person he's picked has literally made the cut, but he doesn't pick. He would be if he picked every week, he might be close to what Gray's doing right now.
Yeah. All right, I got it. I know who I'm giving him. We're gonna give him a little leg up.
Who are you giving?
You'll see. There you go.
Minwoo Lee. I like it. Did he end up winning this
He did.
today?
I think he beat Sahith. Or he beat Matty Fitz. One of the two.
He must have beat Sahith because I think Fitz beat JJ Spawn 6-5. He destroyed him.
Spawn won.
Spawn did not win. Did he?
Spawn's 1-0, yeah.
Oh, he did? Maybe I saw it the backwards way. Then.
So maybe Spawn, well, yeah, I think you saw it backwards because they're all in the same group. Fitz, Thagala, Lee, and Spawn.
Yeah, I thought they said Fitz beat Spawn today, but if I could get any sort of, all I want is a effing bracket, and I can't even get a fucking bracket on this. How hard is it? Just give me a bracket and who fucking won. We
Right.
do it for basketball. Why can't we do it for golf? Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know why we don't have that.
Because it's stupid. It's not that complicated, but it's complicated. The internet shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't.
No.
Yeah, let's see. Wednesday group play. Let's go. Oh yeah, Spawn did win 5-3. So I did read it backwards. Minwoo Lee beat Sahith 1-up. Schauffele beat Cam Davis 4-3. Aaron Wise beat Tom Hoagie 1-up. Ben Griffin beat Terrell Hatton 3-1. Lucas Herbert beat Russell Henley 1-up. McElroy won over Scott Stallings 3-1. Keegan Bradley and Denny McCarthy tied. Tony Finau won 2-1 over Christian Bazundahout. Kurt Kitayama ended up winning. And a stupid ad's playing. Here we go. Let's get that off. Kurt Kitayama lost to Adrian Maroc. No idea who that is. 2-1. Andrew
Matt
Putnam
McNeely
beat
got
Will-
smoked.
Yeah, Andrew Putnam beat Will Zalatoris, who can't putt for shit. Ryan Fox won 2-1 over Harris English. Cameron Young won 3-2 over Davis Thompson. By the way, Cam Young, his front nine, all threes, shot at 27.
Jesus.
Yeah, fucking sick. Corey Connors beat Sepp Straka 6-5. Ricky
Yep.
Fowler, we said, beat John Rahm 2-1. Horschel and Keith Mitchell tied. Spieth won 4-3 over Mackenzie Hughes. Taylor Montgomery beat Shane Lowry 2-1. He won 3 of the first 7 holes, and they tied every hole after that until 17, which won him the match. That's funny. Max Homa beat Justin Sue 3-2. Hideki Matsuyama won 1-up over Kevin Kisner. Sammy Burns beat Adam Hadwin 3-2. Adam Scott won 1-up over Seamus Power. Patrick Cantlay won 1-up over Nick Taylor. Brian Harmon won 3-1. Colin Morikawa beat Victor Perez 2-1. Boom. Jason Day beat Adam Sevenson 4-2. So so Parrot's the only golfer that was picked who lost today. Matt Kuchar beat Victor Hovland 3-1. See, woo! Kim beat Chris Kirk 4-3. Sungjae, holy shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Beat Maverick McNeely 8-6.
That's what I said. He got smoked.
McNeely won hole 8, and that was it. Sungjae won. Holy crap. That's wild.
Sungjae
It
smoked.
9 holes. That's a Tiger Woods over what's his nuts? Stephen Ames score. JT Poston beat Tommy Fleetwood 3-2. Scotty Scheffler won 1-up over Davis Riley. And Tom Kim beat Alex Noren 2-1. So there we go. Let's see who, I won't go over everyone. Let's just see who our guys play on Thursday when you're listening to this. Corey Connors gets Cameron Young. It's going to be a tough matchup there. Colin Morikawa gets Adam Sevenson. Hopefully he can win that and just advance for me so I don't have to sweat it out. Jason Day gets Victor Perez. Minwoo Lee gets Matt Fitzpatrick. And who'd Parrot have? Seath?
Yep.
Seath gets JJ Spawn. So there we go. Seath needs a win for old Parate. Needs a win.
This is a do or die day, Sahith. Pull through for me.
Yeah, if Sahith can't get a tie at least, he will be out with 2 losses. And the rest of us are sitting pretty with 1 win under our belt. So we just need a win and we advance. Tie or a loss, we sweat it out to Friday.
Parrot. You got this, Parrot.
Yeah, you and
Well,
Sahith.
unfortunately, I have no control over it, so I'm just kind of on the bones of Sahith here.
Not with that attitude, you don't.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Goddamn.
Goddamn some bitch.
Motherfucker. All right. What do we have here? Oh,
Now we got NASCAR.
let me get over to NASCAR. Yeah, fat Lana, hot Lana, cold Lana. Actually, it was only 43 degrees there, and you would think it was -10 the way everyone was fucking dressed in parkas and shit. Joseph Logano ended up winning, unfortunately.
Playoffs.
Yeah, he's in the playoffs. Cody's championship driver. Cody's championship driver made the playoffs. Yeah, he did have the strongest car pretty much all day, along with Blaney, along with Brad Keselowski. Ended up passing Brad on the last lap. I was really disappointed because I had money on Brad. Actually, right before the race, he was talking about how good his car was and how he's had such a good year, and he just thinks he's going to win in Atlanta. I'm like, fuck it, I'm putting money on him. Motherfucker was up there all day. I was sitting there. I was like, this is it. He's going to get it, going to get it. And they kept racing back and forth. And
Who was it?
he couldn't, Brad Keselowski, just couldn't quite make the move on Logano, or couldn't block him there late. Logano's car was just too strong. So unfortunately, Joey gets the win, but that's all right. It is what it is. But we had a okay week for the podcast. Dub gets a 3 out of Christopher Bell. He had a really strong run. I got a 22 out of Justin Haley. He was in 5th until Kyle Larson hit him after Amarola blew a tire and took him out, which was shitty, but it is what it is there. So Haley had a good run. He was up there. Still respectable 22nd. Blaney for you, Greg, get you a 7. Cody had Chastain with a 13, and Parrot had Suarez get taken out in a wreck. So 29 for not his week last week. Standings, though, we're all tight. We're tight this week. I'm leading at 13.2. Dub and Cody are tied at 16.4. Gray at 17 and Parrot at 17.6.
I just want to say that 2 races I have 72 total, 2 last places, and then at 13 amongst the other 3 total. Just wild.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, baby. It's the name of the game.
It's all right. You're only 19 ahead of me.
Oh yeah, very early in the season still. This week though, Coda Echo Park Automotive Texas Grand Prix in Austin. Everything's in Austin. This would have been a good week to go to Austin, Texas. Could have had the race, could have had golf. Would have been a really good week to be there.
Could have played our own golf.
Well, probably not, because there's probably a whole bunch of golf fans there. We would have had to get some reservations somewhere.
Oh, we would have found a way. Texas is big.
Is it?
This is
It's
massive.
only like the second biggest state. That's it. It's not even that impressive.
Yeah.
Real
You're
estate
number
would be
2.
the first biggest state.
That would be Alaska.
This week I am gonna go with I'm going with a road course racer this week. I'm going with the Donger. AJ Allmendinger this week.
The ding donger.
The ding donger. AJ had a 5th here the first time they raced here, and last year he had a 29th. But if you remember, that was the race he was winning and got pushed out of the way into the grass on the last lap and ended up not being able to get his car started. So he has raced well here twice. Just got to avoid some bad luck from the dinger. And we didn't take him last year. We had Ross last year who ended up winning the race.
Guess what? That's who I'm also taking.
Motherfucker.
Ross Chastain, Gray. Parrot, we got to get our NASCAR picks from Dub. And
Have I taken Kyle Larson this year? He's good at road courses, right?
Yeah.
yeah, he finished
He's
second
good
in the
anywhere.
last race.
All right, give me a little Kyle Larson.
Got him.
And I watch a wreck.
And Cody, NASCAR this week. We'll put someone in for Cody and see if we match it up. Who should we get? Who's Texas for Cody? Who would be Texas there?
Austin Dillon.
There we go. Austin Dillon. He would pick Austin Dillon, wouldn't he, in Austin, Texas? All right, we'll see if Cody actually picks him or not. See if he keeps his pick, and we'll wait for Dub. We know he'll get his in. He always does.
Dub gets it in. He will. I have faith in the Dubster.
The
So-
Dubster.
The Dubster. Hulk Hogan. So, Parrot.
Yes, Dubster.
So Parrot and I have had this discussion. So we got to take it to another guy, which would be you. So he sent us. He sent me cap space for how much cap space does every AFC team have?
Hmm.
Bengals 17-4, Browns 10-4, Ravens 7, Steelers 14, Bills 10-2, Dolphins 51,000, Jets 11.3. This is all million except for the Dolphins. Patriots 12.3, Colts 20.3, Jags 4.4, Texans 25.5, Titans 10.1, Broncos 8, Chargers 16.1, Chiefs 9.6, and the Raiders 11.4. So our discussion has been, we had this discussion last night on the way home from the Steel Panther concert. By the way, we'll get into that in a little bit. But we were discussing. So Bear, if you're Joe Burrow, and Parrot's whole thing was they're going to try to keep that team together. I don't disagree.
Right.
I don't disagree with him there. However, if they don't win championships, Burrow's going to go take money somewhere else down the road.
I don't think so, because I think the Bengals are going to pay him no matter what.
You think they will pay him? You think they'll?
Yeah.
So
I think
who do you think
Hold
they
on,
lose?
hold on. Before we get off track, my whole thing is they're gonna pay the man, but he's gonna take a pay cut to make sure guys around him get to stay on the team. I'm not saying the dude's not gonna get paid.
But I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But how much he's not going to do the Tom Brady shit. I'll tell you that. But who's not going to get paid is my question. Or how are they going to do it? They could do the signing bonus. Then you end up with, my concern all the way around there is dead cap. And then it's like, are they going to tie themselves up to that? Because you got two studs in Jamar Chase and of course Joe Burrow. T. Higgins isn't going anywhere. But do you think they're going to pay him what he thinks he's worth? Because like they've said, he could be a dub, Austin Dillon.
Sure enough.
And but do you think that they're going to give T. Higgins money, or is T going to go someday? Because he could be a number one, and as Parrot said, probably 20 other teams.
It already sounds like T wants to go somewhere when they can, because I don't think they're going to be able to pay him. But Joe still needs to get his money first. Like, you'll be able to pay Jamar, you'll be able to pay Joe. You're not going to be able to pay all three of them. So pay cuts come later down the line after you've gotten some money.
You could do the Dalton Schultz and turn down 3 for $12 million a year to sign a 1 for 9.
Well, that's what the dude the Bengals just signed, their offensive lineman, Orlando Brown Jr., right? That's what just happened with him. He turned down a 4-year, $73 million offer from the Chiefs, and
could
he
have a
got
Super
less
Bowl
in Cincinnati. Yeah, he's got the Super Bowl, but it just doesn't make sense, right? He turned down more money on a bet on yourself, and he didn't get the money. And that's what is happening right now in the NFL. That's what I think these guys are finally starting to realize. This is where Lamar Jackson's going to get himself into trouble. Because everyone's kind of seeing it, that they're not getting the money that they think. Now, obviously, quarterback is different than offensive lineman, but we'll see. I think, though, that I would be shocked if Burrow left Cincinnati in 10 years. Like,
they keep him. They're not keeping all 3.
Oh, no, Higgins will be gone. Chase and Burrow will be their core. You can plug in said running back anywhere. That'll be okay. And you can plug in another big wide receiver. The problem is it's tough losing a guy like T. Higgins because he's a beast. But there's always the next guy, right? I mean, they could always find the next person and get them. You just never know. I mean, hell, Jackson Smith and Jigba could drop down to him this year, and then they wouldn't need T. Higgins, right?
I mean, they still got Boyd, and he's not going to be super expensive.
No.
At this point in his career, I mean, he's going to be a deal, and I think he's there for 2 to 3 more years, and then he's gone. But I think as long as Joe Burrow's on that team, Jamar is going to be with him.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it all depends for Higgins on when his rookie deal's got to be up. What, next year?
No, Higgins would be up this year, wouldn't it? Because Burrow's is technically up next year, and Chase's is technically up the year after that, right?
I don't know. That's why I'm not a
I
Bengals fan.
that's to my knowledge, that's how it is. It's either that or T and no, because T and Burrow came in 2 different years, so T would be before Burrow. So they really don't have to give Burrow his extension until next year because he's still on his rookie contract this year. And Jamar's on his rookie contract this year and next year, technically. So I'm pretty sure this is T's contract year.
Well, like Jamar Chase said on February 9th, he doesn't know how they're going to keep him and T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It'll be tough.
Oh, wait, find out. No one knows but them.
Here you go. Burrow's value alone is 44 million. Chase is 25. Higgins is 20. Higgins is making. He signed a 4-year, $8 million deal, so $2 million a year. He's gone.
Well, yeah, because that's his rookie deal.
I know, but that's what I'm telling. That was my point yesterday. They can't. There's no way they can pay all of them. There's no way. Their cap, as you said, 17.4 is all they got.
But what I'm saying is they could pay T this year, and you don't have to pay Burrow right now. You don't have to pay.
But
and
you
then
have
you
to
can
pay him.
restructure contracts later next year, and signing bonuses. I could be completely wrong, but everything that I've listened to and read for everybody that covers this team every day, and I've looked at how they've shown on the cap spaces and how they can make it work. It can work, but I could be completely wrong. I'm just saying what I've read and seen on stuff that I watch and read every day.
Well, this is Higgins last year. Burrow's 25 or 2025. Chase is 2026.
And even if he's gone after this year, we still got him this year. He's not leaving right now.
I know they're all under contract, but my point with you yesterday was I don't see how you can sign all three. They're all studs.
You're not going to be able to. Higgins, that's the problem. Is Higgins is going to
Higgins is that good.
Yeah, I mean he's going to get wide receiver one money from anybody, everybody. It's just going to happen.
Oh yeah, because who doesn't have a one outside? Well, the Chiefs don't have a one. They have Kelsey, who's their one, really.
How wild would that be if he goes to Kansas City?
That's what I'm saying. They've got money. Buffalo's got money.
You're right. Anything can happen. Nobody knows.
Buffalo,
like you guys are saying, I'm probably
going to give Josh Allen the same.
Oh, they're going to give Josh Allen fucking.
Buffalo don't have money with Diggs and Allen. They're in the same boat as. They're going to be in the exact same boat as Cincinnati. You want your stud wide receiver and your stud quarterback, so they got it now, but it ain't going to last.
He goes to the Texans.
That's where they all go. I mean, you see it everywhere, right? That's what these guys do. They go to the money. They go to Washington, who was always shitty, or Houston, or the Jets, and they get their money, and guess what? They don't do shit. Then eventually they got to come back and hope that they're going to get something.
So Josh Allen's under contract. So he's what, 6 years, 258 million. So this next year, his base salary is $1 million, prorated bonus 17. And then 24, his salary is 23.5 million, 17 prorated bonus, 6 million roster bonus. Guaranteed salary that year is 29.5 million. It's insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit, but yeah. I mean, I still think Burrow stays though. He'll be there for a long time. But
just don't want him to be Dan Marino.
Yeah. Well, I think they have a shot to get back to here.
Oh, 100%.
A good shot in the next 2 years.
They have all the shot in the world. Unfortunately, you're playing against fucking Pat Mahomes. I have no faith in Josh Allen.
I mean, Pat Mahomes just beat him once though. Burrow's 4-1 against Mahomes, so that's not.
But you got to go through that, and then you got to go through the NFC even. I mean, the AFC is not easy either. I mean, you got Trevor Lawrence who's getting shit around him. We'll see what happens with the Jets.
Buffalo choke artists. Yeah, right. The Jets.
They're all young guys over, if you look at the quarterbacks. So if we go through those teams, Bengals got Burrow, Deshaun's in Cleveland, Lamar right now is in Baltimore, Pickett's with the Steelers, Allen with the Bills, Tua with the Dolphins, Rodgers potentially with the Jets, Mac whatever with the Pats. Colts have what, Gardner Minshew right now?
I don't know. The Colts have nobody. Sam Ellinger. That's who the
Trevor
Colts.
Lawrence, Davis Mills, but they're going to get a quarterback. They're going to get Stroud or Bryce Young. Titans have, who is it now with the Titans?
Well, it's Tannehill, but Malik Willis. They're in the worst shape.
Yep. You got Broncos got Russ, whatever. Herbert with the Chargers, Pat Mahomes, and then Jimmy G. Basically David Carr again.
Yes, exactly.
Be interesting. Parrot, I hope you smell the Super Bowl again, but not before Dallas.
We'll probably meet there next year.
Dallas won't make it there with Dak. That's my opinion.
I do want to see some different things out of Dak, but I think this coming
The
year,
way he's played, at least, I don't think they will.
well, if he stays healthy, we'll see. I mean, it does suck that he essentially led the league in INTs, but he also had a shitty play caller, but he does throw the ball. So we'll see with Pollard there. And now they've got Brandon Cooks. I mean, dude's a fast dude. We'll see. Hopefully, but they didn't give up much for that. So I hope that works out because he's still a good player.
No, they have they've done quite a bit well for once.
Yeah, no shit. They lost their long snapper to the Lions, but whatever.
They just signed the Raiders long snapper today.
Yeah, because they lost McQuaid. So that's all good. We'll see how they do in the draft. Defense is there. They added some pieces. And we'll see who steps up for Dalton. Schultz. Who's
Jake
that going to be?
Ferguson.
I think it's Jake.
Jake Ferguson. Yep. He'll be still there catching the balls, and Hendershot will be there blocking, and still catch that random 1 yard touchdown on a heavy play action formation in the red zone.
Yeah, I hope Jack can be the guy, but we'll see.
Yeah. He just needs another playmaker or two. So we'll see what Cooks can do if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, no shit. If he can fucking stay healthy and if Pollard comes back from that broken leg, if he comes back doing what he did last year, they're in good shape. Then just get a good third down back. Be all right. Think they draft it?
I don't know. I could see him getting Bijan Robinson, but honestly, I have no idea. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I've heard 5 different things of who they could or would pick. So yeah, I'm not sure what exactly they'll do. Be interesting though. That's for
what are they got, what is it, Malik? He's the other, right?
Malik Davis, yeah. And they just signed
Ronald
Ronald Jones today as well. Or yesterday, whenever it was. So
never know.
So you got your Ronald Jones as your, he can play the Zeke role, get your 10 to 15 carries a game, do the dirty work, pick up blocks on, be pass protect. So yeah, they got plenty to work with there. They're making the right moves. Just need to make sure.
He's a young guy too, isn't he? Is he like what, 25, 26?
Yeah, probably. I'd say he's about that age. He played for Kansas City for a couple of years and then Tampa the last, was it 2 or maybe just this year? I can't remember, but yeah, it's again probably someone they're paying $2 million this year. Like fuck yeah. when you can get those guys, it's the same thing, right? With the move for Cooks. You get Cooks and immediately what they do, they cut his salary immediately. They're making the right moves. It's actually scary. I don't know if Jerry drank too much prune juice or what, but something's different, man. Maybe he's finally realizing that.
Yeah, because Ronald Jones he was with the Bucks 18, 19, 20, 21, and then went to the Chiefs this past year, got a Super Bowl, and now he's in Dallas.
Maybe he'll be that guy that goes back to back.
That'd be nice.
With 2 different teams.
Oh boy. We're going to see what happens. We got time. He did, what did he do last year? 17 carries, 70 yards.
Yeah, let's say he didn't do shit because he was behind Fournette and Rashad White, so he never really played. And
He averages 4 yards a carry, 4.4 in his career.
yeah, he's not bad. Again, he's a dude's bulky, man. He 5'10", probably 230 pounds. He run you over. He got a little bit of speed, but he's shifty, and he's gonna get you the dirty yards. He's the guy I want in there on 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, just to grind one right up the gut and get that first down. And then on the very next play, run a play action and pick up the linebacker coming up the middle, so Dak can throw a touchdown to Brandon Cooks deep. I mean, those are the people you need.
If they got what? So CD's the 1, Cooks will be the 2 probably, right? Gallup 3.
No, I mean Cooks is going to be the 3, right? But he'll be the slot receiver most likely. Obviously CD plays in the slot, but you can interchange them. So it'd probably be CD, Gallup, and then Cooks, and then whoever else they end up, with. Again, there's a bunch still out there, and they're not done making moves. Let's see what their depth chart says for wide receivers, because I know they lost Noah Brown.
And then McCarthy, he's calling plays. I don't like it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, they still have Jalen Tolbert on the roster, who they got last year, so they'll give him another try. You got Dennis Houston, who didn't do much. They did sign Antonio Callaway late, but he probably won't make it through training camp.
Yeah, they got
Simi Fehoko, again, guy they got last year in the draft, taller guy. Dontario Drummond, don't even know who that is. And then they got Turpin listed as a wide receiver, but we know he'll be there because he's a special teamer, so he's staying. So yeah, I mean, there's reason to be excited about the offense, but I think you need one more. And it doesn't have to be a big name. I don't need a big name. I want a consistent wide receiver in there. I want someone who's going to catch the ball. I want like a Jarvis Landry, right? Someone like that. You got playmakers. Let's hope that
maybe Callaway will be that guy.
Callaway won't even make the team, I bet, next year. I would bet that you have your 3, you got Turpin, that's 4, maybe Tolbert 5, and then they get someone else. I bet that Fehoko gets cut, Drummond gets cut, Callaway gets cut, Houston gets cut. I would be shocked. I mean, they have 4 backs. So you got Malik Davis, Ronald Jones, Rico Dowdle behind Pollard, and they'll probably cut one of them just because Pollard may or may not be ready for the start of the year. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting on what they do. I see they have Tack McKinley on their D line, which I didn't even know, which I find wild.
Who? Sorry.
Tack McKinley, the one Arizona, the Falcons drafted a few years ago, who was a beast for a couple of years and had some injury problems. But I mean, he's young too. So they're building all this around, and they're putting together a pretty good team.
I don't even see him on this depth chart. Got to go to their website.
See, Foster Moreau has cancer. Wow. That's terrible. Hodgkin lymphoma.
Really?
Damn. 26 years old. Well, hopefully he beats that, but not good for the Raiders since they just traded Waller. So now they don't have any tight ends there. Maybe they'll trade for Kyle Pitts.
We're going to keep Maher?
He's already been cut. He's already gone.
I was say, is he gone yet?
Doesn't mean they won't resign him, but he's already gone.
So who do they got? So Wilson or Malik Hooker, free safety, J-Ron, strong safety, Gilmore Diggs. See, I'm looking on ESPN. All I see is, who the hell did you say we got from Atlanta?
Tack McKinley. He's the defensive end. His name is like Tackerist. It's not Tack, but he goes by Tack.
I don't even see him on this. Oh, he's 3rd string. I see it now.
Yeah, behind
Marcus,
Williams.
Osa, Neville, fuck, Dorrance.
They just signed Dante Fowler as well.
Saw that. We'll see what happens. We got some time. Let's see. As I'm thinking about this, I gotta see if old Jeremy's doing trivia this week.
Come on, Jeremy.
So Parrot, while we're looking at this, how was your first ever Steel Panther experience?
I had a blast. Thought it was a very, very, very entertaining experience. It was what would we talk about? It was like the first concert I've been to and not worked in like 5 years. So it was fun to be on the other side of the fence. They put on a really good show. I loved how they talked to the crowd and kept the crowd all in it. It was a good time, and it was at a really cool place up in Detroit. So can't complain.
And the opener's tragedy was the first opener. Their disco metal. They were awesome. Bunch of disco covers.
Metal? That's wild.
Bunch of disco covers. Metal. It's fucking awesome. And then Crowbot was the second opener.
No Crowbot.
I figured you knew Crowbot. And then of course Steel Panther. Parrot. So Parrot and I were talking about this last night. Girl always gets called up on stage, and they sing her a ballad or a song to her, and the whole point is show us your boob. That's what they get down to. And she said no, and he's like, you don't have to. And then Satchel comes and show us your butthole, and so she's not gonna do that either. And so she points down to the crowd, and they're like, get Ben, and this big, Parrot, probably Parrot's height.
But 350 pounds.
But 350 pounds. And then, they're all talking and they're like, so why'd you bring Ben up here? And they're like, oh, Ben will show his butthole. So he goes and I'm like, nope. I turn around. Parrot turns around. I look at the guys that were behind me because I was on a guardrail, and I just look at them and their eyes go shut and their heads go down. I'm like, I'm glad I turned around.
You can't unsee that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy definitely showed his butthole.
You can. That is correct. You cannot unsee that. That is a fact.
But afterwards, we got some old mom's spaghetti.
Yeah, I saw that. How was it?
It wasn't bad. It's I had heard it's like mediocre, which is what I was anticipating. So it was better than I anticipated.
It's a side street.
It's not even a street. It's a fucking alley.
It's a side alley, right?
Yeah, it's literally it's a literal hole in the wall. It's connected. Go ahead,
so much food though that I ate last night. I ate some for breakfast. I ate some for lunch, and I've been snacking on it throughout the night. And there's still a quarter of it left.
So it's a literal hole in the wall. It's a literal window. That's it. And it's in between the Fox and the Fillmore, which is where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a concert at the Fox next to us. And it's connected to the Fox building, and it's a literal window. We go up. Dude's working by himself. A group was in front of us, couple. And then I told Parrot, get in line, and he did. And Parrot went up there. He's like, I'm getting in line. And so he does. And I said, I'll wait for Shiv because he gets caught behind every slow person. And so we get in line. Parrot buys. And, those two him and Brandon got spaghetti and meatballs, and me and Shiv got spaghetti sandwiches. And then the guy worked by himself. Parrot pays for it. And I said, don't tip him. I got him. I gave him a 20. You would have thought, Parrot will tell you the look on dude's face.
Dude, he was the happiest. His face went, his smile was from ear to ear.
Yeah. Like,
were there other people like making it, or does he like just?
No, it was him. It was literally him.
He just puts it together. So it's all literally like spaghetti. And then he's got spaghetti meatballs. You got it. He just plops it out.
And I was with the sandwich, so I was expecting like old school. When we were kids, you throw spaghetti on some bread, and that's your sandwich.
Garlic toast, right?
It was a fucking garlic toast,
put
together with spaghetti in the middle with cheese. So it was like a fucking grilled cheese spaghetti sandwich.
Put together.
It was pretty good.
Like panini, the panini press that bitch down.
It was like somewhat pressed because it was together, but I was like, man, this was actually better than I anticipated. And Parrot, how were the meatballs, Parrot?
I thought they were delicious. They only put them on the top, which is kind of sad. I wish they kind of put more in it.
It literally comes in like a big container that
Chinese.
looks like a Chinese to-go box, and it's wide open. And I think that guy gave us a lot more because I gave him a 20 for a tip.
Probably.
And he was like, dude, are you sure? I'm like, dude, trust me, you're doing great. Thank you. He's like, this means a lot. I'm like, I know. And I said, and you don't have to claim it. And he just points at me, that does the finger. Because I'm like, you don't have to claim cash.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. I don't claim this either, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, they probably have to claim it on the card, though. Yeah, it might be Eminem just pays him under the fucking table.
Eminem comes here and throws me $400 bills, and that's my weekly pay.
So that was Brandon's, I think, 4th or 5th time. Is that what he said, seeing him?
Yeah, and Shiv's like
8th, my 12th, your 1st. And yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun. I know Parrot's gonna go back every time. And you've seen him at like festivals. Have you seen him just their show?
No, only festivals. Andy's seen him. But no, I've only seen Steel Panther at festivals. I wish they would be at Rock on the Rare Sonic Temple this year. It'd be fun.
Are you going?
Yeah. Yep.
The whole weekend?
Oh yeah. Been gone for 3 years. 4 years, actually. 2019 was the last year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I'll do country festivals this year. That's what we're working, but that's it. No, it'd be good. All right. Well, I think let me check the old, see if Jeremy. Son of a bitch.
Jeremy.
Gotta make sure he's on. Trivia? So while I wait for Jeremy, I had a few of the old screenshots we put together typically. And from our last week of what has happened. So see, Rick Pitino is now coaching St. John's. And Tobin Anderson, who was with FDU, is now Iona, their coach. And he needs 5 minutes. He's got to take the dog out, and then he'll be here with us. So we might get him on the next episode. Parrot sent me this, which I thought was fantastic. This was last night. Best record in the NBA is the Bucks, 51-20, 718 win percentage. Tim Duncan's career win-loss record, 1,001 and 391, 719 win percentage.
Yeah, I saw that. Just impressive how much Duncan won. It's ridiculous.
Dude, absolutely insane. There was the Panthers, they signed some new guys. They got Von Bell, right? They got Shai Tuttle, defensive tackle, Hayden Hurst, Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
They got Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen. Like, they're just.
I heard that Thielen met with the Cowboys too, but ended up signing with the Panthers. That would have been interesting.
That's going to be that. They're doing some good signings, and they got the number one. We'll see what they do.
I mean, they can't, but again, they can because they're playing in the shittiest division in football this year, so they can go 7-10 this year, and
they're probably going to win that division.
They could,
yeah,
no doubt.
Izzo, this is a fun stat on Tom Izzo. How good is Izzo in March? That was his 16th win in the tournament as the coach of the worst seeded team. All-time record.
Nice.
Thought that was a fun little stat. And then this is, say what you want. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So 30,000. Colorado's free tickets claimed for the last 7 spring games combined.
Cody.
30,000. Colorado's $10 tickets sold so far for the 2023 spring game. So they gave away 30,000 free tickets combined over the last 7 years for their spring game. This year alone, they've sold 30,000 $10 tickets. That tells you what Prime brings.
That's what old Dion's doing.
That's what he does. Chris Boucher. No, it was close. Putting Boucher in?
Already did.
My man. All right. So thanks.
Made me laugh when I saw that.
Thanks to Wes Anderson for.
Still got Jeremy. Still got to milk that one out until then, unless you want to do trivia.
Do it on the next one.
Works.
All right. Thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook with Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Work Clothing, Crandall's Quality Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DatingTransformation.com, and Sparty Steve. As always, it's our comeback. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Hashtag nice. Hashtag out.
Hashtag go Houston. Hashtag go Alabama.
Hashtag go green. Hashtag go white.
Hashtag we're out.
Sparty on.